and welcome back to 2020. I'm Alex Pigeon, and tonight we'll be talking with farmers and industry representatives about bovine viral diarrhoea, a disease costing New Zealand dairy industry $23 million a year. A number of experts are here tonight and are going to provide us with the information that farmers need to control this disease. First of all, for the viewers out there that don't know what BVD is, it's a virus transmitted from cows and from a dam to the fetus during pregnancy that causes a hidden disease, preventing full production in a number of ways, often without attracting the attention of the farmer or the vet. When cows are infected with the virus between days 40 and 120 of pregnancy, persistently infected calves are born. These have no immune response to the disease and act as the main source of infection for other animals. PRs within the herd have lower growth rates, produce less milk production in their first lactation, suffer multiple other infections, and have decreased life expectancy. Here in the studio today we have Nicholas Laurie from the BVD Steering Committee to answer a few of our questions. Hi there, Nick.
Hi Alex.
Great to have you on the show. So first of all, Nick, our viewers are dying to know, what is it that the BVD Steering Committee does?
Well, Alex, since 2005, the BVD Steering Committee has been an industry leader influencing BVD research, diagnostic testing developments and overall awareness of BVD.
How is this disease impacting New Zealand farms?
Well, Alex, BVD can impact up to 60% of dairy cows and 90% of herds. So in fact, most dairy herds in New Zealand will become or have been infected with the virus. The major economic costs associated with BVD are reduced milk yield and the culling of unproductive stock. Sorry about that. BVD infection is in adult dairy cows, causes reproductive wastage, weight loss and reduced milk yield. It causes immune suppression, meaning cattle that have an active infection will be more likely to succumb to other diseases. Infection can have major impacts during mating and pregnancy. It can cause infertility, embryo loss, abortions, small slow-growing calves, deformed calves and even the birth of dead calves.
This is actually a massive issue. How much is it actually costing the individual farmers?
Well, Dairy New Zealand have estimated that the disease is causing an estimated annual loss of more than $23 million, which is about on average just over 11,000 per herd. Obviously this is a substantial amount of money and farmers should be motivated to do everything they can to test and eliminate the virus from their farm. BVD is not only a threat to individual farmers but also to New Zealand's economy, which, as we know, still depends on our primary sector for growth.
Yeah, well, I'm sure everyone's very interested to hear about this. After the break, we'll be talking to Hannah Mack, an esteemed cattle vet from Vets R Us, and she'll be telling us all about what farmers can do to control BVD. We'll see you then.
I suspected BVD because I just had a whole lot of poor doers and low performing animals just weren't responding to anything I was giving them. Didn't matter if we drenched them, gave them antibiotics, anything. Since Vets R Us came up with a BVD management plan for us, I've had faster growth rates of my young stock, getting them off farm faster and more money in the bank for me. It was great to know Vets R Us had the skills to do something about the disease on our farm.
The cost of reduced milk production from BVD was threatening farm security in the future, which is why we turned to Vets R Us. The cows just weren't producing what we expected, we were producing less milk solids and had high cell counts. Without Vets R Us BVD management plan, we wouldn't be doing nearly as well as we're doing now. It was great to know that there was something we could do about this disease. Vets R Us saved us.
Our dry rate was up around 10%, and with the BVD management plan in place, we've decreased this to 2 to 3%. We've had more cows in calf and a greater opportunity to select good heifers. Once it was diagnosed, we started a blood testing and vaccination program with heifers. We're going to continue this into the future. Thanks Vets R Us, you've saved us.
Could BVD be affecting your herd? Come on down to your nearest Vets R Us and get one of our trusted vets to work with you to develop a personalised BVD management plan to suit your farm system. Or give us a call on 0800 Vets R Us. and welcome back to 2020. I'm Alex Pigeon and tonight's topic is BVD. Here is Hannah Mack, an esteemed cattle vet from Vets R Us New Zealand, here to shed some light on the matter. Good to have you here.
Oh, thanks. Good to be here.
So you're from Vets R Us. I understand you've got a number of clinics across the country, and so you've got trained veterinarians in BVD management. So you go out into farms and implement different practices for each farm?
That's right, Alex. Vets R Us have started a new thing across New Zealand where we're organising management plans for individual farms who are interested in eradicating BVD from New Zealand.
Okay, great. So it'd be great if you could tell us and the viewers, sort of how we control this disease, because I understand that in Scandinavia and north of Scotland, they have been successful in eradicating BVD. Is this an option in New Zealand?
Well, Alex, eradication would be ideal, but in New Zealand we need to take things, one step at a time. It's obviously a big disease and we need to, get on top of it. It's definitely possible for the farmer to eradicate it, but it's important to remember that every dairy farm is unique. There's no universal BVD control program that can be implemented across any farm. BVD control is a process where vets need to work really closely with their clients to set achievable goals that are individualised for their farm and their management protocol.
So if farmers are going to be pouring money into these management plans, what can they expect from Vets R Us? Okay,
so generally, Alex, we talk about 4 steps in BVD control. These are, first of all, you need to find out the BVD status of the herd. So is the herd currently infected? Next, you need to assess the level of biosecurity practiced on the farm. This includes looking at what animals are being brought onto the farm. Then usually we go through a risk assessment questionnaire with the farmer. And then we actually put together an appropriate control plan in place, and the final step is monitoring and making sure that the virus is staying off the farm.
How can farmers be sure that PIs aren't entering their herd?
Well, as a farmer, options available to prevent PI animals entering the herd are sort of as follows. You can test incoming animals for the virus and cull any PI animals, persistently infected animals, identified. You can vaccinate cows and heifers with a fetal protective vaccine to prevent infection during pregnancy, as well as vaccinate bulls used for mating because it can spread from bulls to cows.
Okay.
And you need to change management procedures to reduce the risk of exposure of the virus. For example, make sure your fences between neighbouring farms are all intact so you're not having potentially infected stock coming onto your farm and infecting your herd.
Yeah.
So that's really important in disease control. It's important to remember that what's appropriate does differ between farms. Like I've said, control problems do have to be individualised for the farm situation, so I can't really be on here saying this is what all farmers have to be doing. But what we're trying to encourage farmers is to contact Vets R Us, get them to come out on farm, see what's happening, look at the farm practice, and then we can put management plans in place that can guarantee eradication of the disease.
Thanks for coming into the studio today, Hannah. You've given our viewers a lot to think about.
No worries, Alex. Thanks for having me.
All the best for you all at Vets R Us.
Cheers.
So, if you want more information, call Vets R Us on 0800 Vets R Us. I'll see you all next week on 2020.